Hi, welcome to Nona's Here. I'm Nona, and today I am joining in the Valentines DIY. I love crafting for Valentine's Day because there's just so many things you can do, and I love roses and hearts. So I've made several crafts for today's Valentine's DIY, and they're all very easy to do, and most all of the supplies are from Dollar Tree, so you know they're budget friendly. Okay, let me take you over to my craft table and I'll show you all the projects that I've been working on for Valentine's DIY. Thanks so much for watching. DIY number 1. For this, I'm using my Blessed box that I change out every season or every holiday. And I'm going to show you all the things I'm going to use because I use these things throughout all of these projects. White roses, pink roses, red roses, some picks in pink and red. There we go. Some dangle hearts. All of these things I got at Dollar Tree. There's some of the dangle hearts that I use, tinsel hearts. Okay, so what I do is I just take the roses and I cut them down, and I take those tinsel hearts and I cut them off, and I take the picks and I stick them in the bottom of those tinsel hearts, just like that, and stick those into the box, cut them off to the right height, stick them in, and make a little bouquet, a little centerpiece. And those always go on my entryway table. And I change them out, like I said, for every holiday and every different season. So this is my Valentine entryway Blessed box. And then I just take all the things out, put them in a bag for next year, or I get new things. Then I fluff everything out and make it look real pretty. So that's project number 1, my Blessed box. So on to DIY number 2. So for this one, I'm going to use this love sign that I had in my stash that I got at Dollar Tree, and this real pretty cardstock that I got on Temu. So I picked out a pretty one, and I'm going to take the letters and I'm going to trace around them, making sure I get the pretty part of the paper. And then I'm going to cut out the letters so that they'll fit on the front of each letter. Now the O has a green wreath on it, so I'm just going to leave that alone. And then after I take the L, the V, and the E, I'm going to take my white jot paint, paste, and I'm going to paste the letters on the front of the sign. There's the white jot paste. And the V I kind of had to work around because that little green wreath there kind of stuck over. But I just pasted the letters on the front of each letter, like that. Then I took some pink satin ribbon that I had in my stash, and I made a little shoe tie bow, and I glued that on, and I made some curly cues and glued that on along the base, just using my, again, jot paste glue, and made it sit real pretty on the base, all curly cued up, and dovetailed the ends so that it looked real pretty. And that was project craft number 2. And I'll show you all these things for a better look in the final reveal. So today's collab is brought to you Valentine Hearts as Sweet as Candy, hosted by So Kate. And it's co-hosted by Craft Tech Ular. Craft Tech Ular. And of course, I will include the links to their channels down below in the description box. And you'll want to be sure and check out their channels. And they will have the playlist of all the creators who are joining in today. And you'll want to be sure and check out not only their channels, So Kate and Craft Tech Ular, but all the other creators who are joining in today's collab and get some great ideas for Valentine DIYs. I want to thank So Kate and Craft Tech Ular for allowing me to join in today's collab. So, and I also want to remind you that if you're enjoying my video, please be sure and give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. It does help my channel. And if you have not yet subscribed to Nona's Here, you can do that by hitting the subscribe button. It's free. And then hit the bell and the word all so you're sure to see all of the videos that I upload. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks again to So Kate and Craft Tech Ular. Alright, so back to my craft table for Valentine DIY number 3. So I had this in my stash. I got this at Dollar Tree. It's just a round little decor sign. On one side it has a real pretty little love, laugh, love, live. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to decorate on the back side. I'm going to paint it with chalk paint in ink, which is black. I showed you a big round red hollow heart, but I'm not going to use it. It's too big. I'm going to use a smaller one. I'm going to use a laser cut key that I got at Dollar Tree. So there I'm painting the back side with my ink chalk paint. And then I am going to take I'm going to paint that little laser cut key with that silver metallic paint. Then I had some white, there's the key that I painted silver. Then I had some white stick-on letters that I'm going to make a little saying. There's the red heart that I'm actually going to use. Now those white stick-on hearts, you peel off the back, but I don't trust them. So I'm going to use my white Jot glue again and actually use that to stick on the letters because the peel on the back isn't that sticky. So I'm sticking on the letters to make a little saying, and you'll see that in a minute. And then I put the key in the middle and the little red heart in the bottom, and it says, "You hold the key to my heart." See how easy that was? And so that is number 3. So on to Valentine DIY number 4. For this one, I'm using one of those round green wreath holders, wreath forms, I should say. Again, I'm using my roses and my the red dangle hearts and the picks, everything I showed you the first time around. You know, use all that again. And oh, I also have some little small red picks that I'm going to use. So I just cut down the heart roses, cut down the picks, stuck them in around the wreath form, filled them in. I don't want to see any green. Then I had some red ribbon, wide ribbon. It's wired. I love the wired ribbon. It's easy to form. I had some thin red ribbon that I made a tie in the back. I made a big bow for the front, just a double bow. And there's the small red ribbon. And there's the wide. I know you see me in different outfits all the time when I'm crafting. Don't pay any attention to the time back there. Sometimes it's 9 o'clock at night, sometimes it's 9 o'clock in the morning. You just never know. So, there is the wreath I made. I just filled it in with the roses and the picks and everything I had. All right, on to the next craft project, and this is DIY number 5. All right, for this one I have just one of these square stretched canvases, and I'm going to use this hug stencil cut that I got at Dollar Tree, some white craft chalk paint, this real pretty hibiscus cardstock that I got at Temu. I had gotten a whole pack of them, and they were real pretty. They all were different designs. I had gotten like 15 sheets. Got these quite a while ago. I've used some of them in different craft projects. Each one is different. And so I chose one to use for this project. And let's see, I got 15 sheets for $2.18 from Temu. All right, so I'm going to, see there, I have a purple dress on. And it's 5:04. But I think that's in the evening, not in the morning. So I have these little pinks, different and white and red hearts that I'm going to use. Again, they're the peel off kind, but I use glue to stick them on. I'm going to use some Mod Podge in the satin. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take that sheet and Mod Podge it onto the canvas decor piece there. Real simple. So I'm just going to Mod Podge it on, nothing difficult. Going to put Mod Podge on the bottom, then I laid the sheet on the top. Now I'm Mod Podging it over the top. Going to let it dry. And it went on real easy, no bubbles or anything. And then I painted that hug stencil piece that I painted white. And now I'm going to use my Jot glue, and I'm going to glue it right on into the middle of the picture. And then I'm going to take those stick-on hearts, and I'm going to glue those on at random around the picture. And I didn't paint that canvas. It was already white. I was happy with it. And now I have one of these little display easels, and I'm going to put the picture on the easel, and there it is, all finished as a little decor piece. We'll take a closer look at it and the final reveal. And that's the end of that project. So now we're going to go on to Valentine DIY 6 and 7. So for this one, I'm using the larger craft boxes that you get at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use the outside of those boxes. They have ones that come inside, but I'm taking the outside out, and I'm going to stack them on top of the other boxes. So I'm going to make 2 sets. I'm going to make, see there, I'm taking the inside out. Okay, so I'm using the inside of it. See, and I'm going to stack it on top of the other like that. All right, so I'm going to paint one of the sets red using chalk paint called Crimson. I'm going to use the ballet slipper to paint the other set. And there's my iced tea. All right, so there's the one set that I painted red, and then with both of them, and I'm going to set that one together like that. All right, and then I'm going to set the ballet pink one together like that. And I'm going to use wood glue to glue them together. But before I glue them together, I'm going to use the styrofoam, and I'm going to fill them in so I can stick florals and, picks in them and make little bouquets. So there's the wood glue that I'm going to use to glue them together. So I'm just putting the little ones on top of the big ones, like that, after I put the styrofoam in. All right, so I think you've got the idea. Moving on. This is going to sound a little jerky because I ran the same thing through twice. So here I'm showing you I got the styrofoam in the boxes, okay? Now I'm showing you that I've got all my stash, the roses and the picks and all that good stuff. And I have some baby breath now that I found. I'm just going to stick all the stuff in, and I'm going to make cute little two-tiered bouquets. One pink, excuse me, and one red. And I took little hearts and I covered up those holes in the front, didn't worry about the ones in the sides, and I pulled the leaves down over the fronts and have two-tiered bouquets, one red and one pink. There we go. I think those came out kind of cute myself. All right, then remember I had the insides of those boxes, and I figured I wasn't going to let them go to waste, so I did exactly the same thing, and I'll show you those in the final reveal. I'm just not letting those go to waste. Okay, the final reveal. The blessed box with all the pretty roses and red and pink hearts, number 1. Number 2 is the love decor with the pretty paper for the letters. Number 3 is the you hold the key to my heart with the red heart. Number 4 is the wreath with the red and white bow. Number 5 is the hugs picture on the canvas with the pink and white hearts. Number 6 is the double-tiered heart bouquets. I count them both as the same. One is red and one is pink. And number 7 is the small box bouquets with done in red with the different colored hearts and the stickers. All right, thanks again to So Kate and Craftacular for the Valentine Hearts as Sweet as Candy collab. We certainly appreciate them hosting this collab and want to thank them again. And I want to thank you for watching my video. Thanks so much, and until next time, this is Nona at Nona's Here. Bye!